This is a limited edition Bud Light.
It is the Shield NFL limited edition
I don't know if it
Bud
tastes
Light
different or...
kickoff 2024. No, it doesn't taste different. And you know what? I'm glad it doesn't taste different, man.
Nothing better than a Bud Light,
You
dude.
can't beat the classics.
Yeah.
And guys, welcome back to episode 49 of the Hunter Davidson Radio Hour. Yeah, it kind of is a wow, isn't it? It's a bit of a wow moment. Coming up on 50. We're not going to have anything special for 50. Business as usual because... You know, we're all about fucking jobs not finished, Mamba mentality when it comes to podcasting.
I feel like he's teasing us right now. Like, there's definitely something massive coming.
Now I have to fucking plan an extravaganza.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what we're going to do for episode 50, but I don't think there will be anything special. I was actually getting out in front of it, hopefully.
Like, guys,
yeah,
don't expect much.
People might, I want to temper expectations.
You got to, sometimes you just got to do that.
Yeah, you got to get out in front of it. And I like to set a low bar for myself and everything that I do so that when I, do kind of fine to above fine, it's like, oh, shit, nice
Especially
work.
me, I'm tall, so it's like you got...
Okay, we got to introduce you, and then we'll talk about that because I do want to hear about this. We have Shaun Samtani or Samtani? Samtani joining the show. Welcome, Shaun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. You said being tall sets an expectation.
Oh.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'2".
6'2". That's nice, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of random. My dad's 5'9".
Really? How tall's your mom?
Like 5'5".
Damn, where did that come from?
5'10".
And we're like pretty sure that you are the genetic child of your parents.
Yeah, pretty sure. That's what I know of. But
6'2". Wait, how tall's your brother?
He's 5'10", and he definitely like hates that I'm taller than him. But he's like,
wait, he's older than you or younger than you?
So it's like he makes up for that. He's older. He's 5 years older.
Older brother. Okay, well let's. I want to get. We're gonna. So do you know Marissa Dutton?
No.
Marissa Dutton's been producing the show lately, and we had a production meeting recently where we were like, Hunter, we gotta figure out the structure of this show because you've listened to a couple episodes here and there.
I have. I listened to the most of the Will Shahab one.
Nice, the Young XP. You heard his freestyle.
I did.
Yeah.
That
was great stuff.
Yeah.
And I thrive on a structureless sort of free-flowing conversation, but it doesn't make for the best radio all the time. We're getting some. I think it's your wire here. What was I saying? We've been in production meetings trying to figure out how to make the show the most palatable for everybody. And I think that happens with a, bona fide structure. So, I want to just, lead up to how you ended up sitting on this couch right here. And I want to go all the way back to start. So, where are you from?
I am from Maryland originally.
Maryland, DMV.
DMV, yeah.
And DMV stands for?
DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So born in DC, really, because there's no hospital. Like there's the hospital.
That's right.
I grew up in
and I'm always like, we don't see what
I know.
hospital
I agree.
you were born in is not. Yeah.
I remember someone. That was my brother, probably.
Excuse me? I'm sorry. Charlie getting involved early. I think she wants something on the table over there. She wants to eat some stuff. You're gonna have to quiet down. Oh my goodness! Do not snap at our guests on the show. There we go. She's got her mole. Okay, sorry. We're getting very sidetracked off the rip, which is not a good sign for as the show goes on.
But I mean, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah, right.
But,
so DC.
Yeah.
But you don't claim DC. You claim Maryland.
Yeah. So like 20 minutes outside DC.
Okay. And Baltimore, and you're fine with Charlie crawling all over you, by the way. Okay, cool. But you lived in Maryland and public school?
Yeah, public school. My brother went to private. Both my siblings went to private school.
Interesting. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 older.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister's 10 years older, and my brother's 5 years older.
Okay, so that's quite a bit of a gap.
Yeah, and we actually moved to Florida a couple years ago. So
okay, word. And youngest sibling power.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer. And I really do think like being the youngest kid is the most like just swag out of the womb that you can have. That's different. Like energy.
Swag in terms of like power, or like just like you're cool because you have older siblings.
Did you find that like by the time you were around and growing up, like your parents were much more lax on you than they were with your older siblings? Like it's just they're tired. It's like he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think definitely. But like I also didn't really give them much to like worry about. I was kind of like I just didn't really have friends in high school,
Okay.
So. But college changed,
Yeah.
Like,
Thank God you came out of your butterfly.
So I feel like
social butterfly.
So like they felt like I was a really good kid, but low-key was just because I wasn't really invited to parties. You know what I mean?
You didn't have an opportunity to be a bad kid. So what kind of shit were you doing in school? Were you playing sports?
Yeah, I was playing a lot of tennis. Tennis was like the biggest part of my life, kind of growing up.
Okay. Okay. And so you're 6'2" now. I'm very interested in your height. I don't know if you can tell. Were you tall always? Were you a tall kid?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like awkwardly tall.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't really get a little bit pretty comfortable with my
the height and the length is
until
working.
like college.
Did anybody ever put you on a basketball court? Any coach ever throw you out there on a basketball court? The problem was
like we had a basketball hoop in our front yard, so I shot a lot. So I could shoot
jumpers, nice.
But I couldn't do anything else. And then when I would play, everyone wanted to put me at center because I'm like tall. And I just like slowly fade into the corner, like stand there and trying to catch open threes because I just like had no.
So you're not rebounding very well for a tall child.
No, I always got shit on for that shit. And I played rec for like one season. No. In middle school.
Okay.
For one season, and I got shit on, bro. It was so bad.
Yeah, that was always like I always played for fun, but it was like whenever I played against actual basketball players, like I have no business being out on this court.
Are you the youngest?
Yes, I'm the youngest sibling. And my sister was always like pissed off about like stuff that I would get away with that she couldn't because. There's just like they get tired, they get fucking.
Or just less worried, like you said,
right.
Too.
Like they're gonna be fine. Yeah. Okay, so you're playing tennis.
Yeah. Wow.
And what was the name of your school?
Winston Churchill High School.
Winston Churchill High School.
People are like, I got so used to the name, and then people were like, wait, why is this like
named after a Brit?
Like Bengal famine or something, have you heard of that?
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
It's like I don't know too much, but I know he played a very large role in a lot of brown people dying. So I was like, damn, maybe I should feel
he's
weird
like
about this, but I don't.
Bad. I remember reading some because I watched Darkest Hour on a flight recently. I'm pretty into World War II shit, and so I know about Churchill, and I know like. I didn't know too much about him other than like his role in World War II. And so I was doing a little research on him after I watched that movie. Yes.
So good.
Great movie. Fucking great flick. Highly recommend it. They like highlight some of his journal entries and there's some like he
Okay. Well, that was the school.
So that's where you went to school. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, that's not too much different than like, Stonewall Jack. I mean, I guess Stonewall Jackson wasn't the worst, but like, Robert E. Lee Elementary, all these Confederate, schools.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly.
Churchill. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. Is it worse that he still had those views after the Civil War? It's tough to tell. But do you know? Do you know why the school was named? after
I have no idea. But I hated it. So
you hated the name or you hated the school?
I mean, hate is a strong word. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Yeah, I think.
And what didn't you like about going to school?
It's just the people.
You just bored in class, or the people suck?
I think it's just the people. Like, it's obviously not the place.
Yeah.
It's always the people.
Right.
Like, I was thinking about that the other day in terms of like, I get excited. Everyone gets excited about like living in a city. Like, I'm like, down the line, I want to live in like Boston or Chicago or something.
LA.
Like, I obviously was excited about LA, and I love LA, but
like, it really
like
is
at
about
the end of the day,
who you're around.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a place is a place.
Yeah. And you're you in any place you go. That was something that I definitely had to learn.
Yeah.
Because I was even like going to Michigan, which again I'm jumping ahead. I'm trying not to, but it's just like you think you'll arrive to a new place and be like, well, I guess I'll be a totally different person when I get there, and it's like, oh no, it's the same guy.
I definitely felt that.
Place.
Yeah, I definitely felt that in Michigan also because like I always wanted to go to Michigan. Like it was my dream school from literally the age of
why is that?
6. My uncle, my dad went to school in London and my mom went to GW, so there was not really any like love for any college growing up. And my uncle, my mom's brother, was like the diehard Michigan fan. It like ran through our family.
Cameron just died. Fuck. 1 second. Yeah. And we're back, guys. Technical difficulties are hurting the show right now, but we got to power through. We're going to power through. Okay, so Uncle is a... didn't knock the camera off. Okay. Uncle's a diehard Michigan fan.
Yeah. And so that ran through our family. Yeah, he did. And his wife, my aunt, went there. They met in Markley.
Nice.
Where I actually lived.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think when I got in, and I went, I was kind of a similar frame of mind, I think, where I was like, oh, well, this is my dream school.
I'm going to turn into Dream Me.
Something like that or something. And it's like you get there and first of all, it's like it's not a perfect place.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you're you. Like you said, you get there, and I'm like, I loved it, of course.
Yeah.
And I grew to really love it, especially coming in. I came in 2020, so
in COVID. Okay, wait, really quick. I wanted to spend a little bit more time in high school, which I know is not great. But were you making movies?
No, I was not
doing any film stuff.
No, I didn't.
What did you want to do? You wanted to go to Michigan. What did you want to do at Michigan?
My dad was very big on like, you need to know what you want to do. You know, so
really?
I felt this pressure to like commit to things. So I kind of like so I kept kind of like committing to something and then be like, wait,
this sucks. I don't want to do this forever.
I was like, he really wanted me to be a doctor because he's in medicine.
Okay.
So I did this like summer institute at Georgetown.
Nice.
Like you're basically a med student for like a week. And I remember we were in a lecture hall and we had to watch like an entire ACL repair. And I was so disgusted.
Yeah.
And everyone else around me was like hype. And I was like, I am not in the right place.
Yeah, I'm not
so that made me realize I don't want to do medicine. So then I was like, what's the closest? Okay, I'll be a dentist.
Okay.
And then I went through that, and then I was like, oh, I should go into law. Because I'm so bad at science and math. But I realized like later on it wasn't, and he used to tell me I was really indecisive and like he didn't even trust that I could like stay committed to one thing for a long period of time. But I realized later on it wasn't because of that. It was because he was putting a pressure on me to like know what I want to do when I'm like 16 years old. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just jerking off. You know?
Yeah, I'm figuring out.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just
works.
doing random shit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
Exactly.
I'm like just getting by.
Yeah, dude, and I like tennis. Can relate to that obviously.
And watching movies, probably a lot of watching.
Okay, interesting.
Movies, but yeah, sorry.
I also had the parents in medicine, and was very grateful that they didn't like. I mean, they obviously, I guess, kind of knew that I wanted to do something like this.
Yeah.
Since I was like 11 or 12. Charlie, please don't rip that cord out of the wall. It really fuck all this up. It's all good. We're all over the place here. Holy shit. Let me refresh really quick.
Yeah.
So we're back on the program after a nice quick break to take care of some things, and it's gonna be a clean straight line from here to the end.
Yes.
But I was lucky that I knew I wanted to do this, and my parents were not like, they didn't have the like, you need to figure out exactly what it is that you're gonna do, but they were like, wanted me to not go into school completely directionless, which I wasn't because I knew I wanted to do this, but they were like, do you have anything else that you might want to try? Because they knew that this whole fucking thing is a crapshoot, basically. But I do distinctly remember, like, accidentally catching a glimpse of like my dad's work folders or something with like case stuff. I don't know if I should say that, HIPAA violations, but it didn't lead to any legal action. But I saw the shit that they would fucking see every day.
Is he a radiologist?
Hear stories. He's trauma. He worked in a trauma unit.
Okay.
And so, car crashes and falling off roofs and.
But he like looked at, what did he do? Like, did he look at MRIs or did he?
No, he did surgery.
He did surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I don't ever want to be. I never want to be like in close proximity to somebody's guts. I don't ever want to have blood on me if blood gets on me in my work day to day, like something went horribly wrong.
A lot of respect for those people.
It's insane. And like we obviously need them, and it's a cool job, but it's also 8 to 10 years of school after you graduate college, and then I knew right away that I didn't want to do what my parents did, and I was thankful that I didn't have to, or it wasn't pushed that way. Okay, so we're back in Churchill High School. You're playing tennis, varsity tennis player, I'm assuming.
Yes.
How were you guys? States? Anything?
Yeah, we were really good because we were like, we were the type of school, like I was in a pretty like wealthy suburb of Maryland, so pretty bad at basketball, pretty bad at football.
But the country club sports.
Great at golf. Great at lacrosse, great at tennis. So yeah, we were really good.
And then, so I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah, so they're great too.
And they host the Nationals every year. Did you ever make a trip to Kalamazoo?
No, I'm not. I was not to that level.
I didn't know if the whole team traveled or not.
No, because that's separate from school.
Okay.
So there's like USTA, which is like United States Tennis Association, where you have kind of your individual tournaments, and then you play for your high school team, which is like separate. So
it's like the AAU circuit, basically.
Yeah. So Kalamazoo is like that, basically.
Okay. That was always a fun week when all the tennis players would come to town. You go to Applebee's on 9th Street or on West Main, and all the tennis players would be there. Yeah. It was very exciting.
Yeah, so there were a bunch of kids on my team or a couple of kids on my team that would go. Like my best friend in high school, like he was the best kid on the team, and he played. He just graduated from Villanova. He played there, and he went to Kalamazoo. I'm pretty sure. Like that was nice. But yeah, I was never at that level.
And so, and so then, but you're you're a good student because you're gonna go to Michigan.
Yeah. I got off the
Michigan was your first show. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And were you like, just like student gov? Were you doing any other extracurricular stuff? I love hearing about this.
Any other extracurricular? Yeah, I feel like I actually did do Model UN. I did Model UN my freshman year. We were Lesotho.
Nice, that's a fun one.
Very not much power with that country. I think that's why we were given it. But it was fun. It was cool because I was like. I feel like the only time before that where I had, because I never went to like summer camp.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only time before that where I had like full autonomy was outdoor ed. Yeah. 6th grade. And then 9th grade, I'm like living and it was in DC.
Okay.
And that's living in a hotel for a weekend. I'm wearing a suit every day. I don't even know how to tie a tie, so I just kept it tied and I just put it around.
Yes,
And if I got fucked up, I'd literally like freak out and call my dad and be like, I actually still don't know how to tie a tie.
I don't either, dude. If I tried to tie a tie, we might have to do a segment on this show one time where everyone tries to tie a tie.
Yeah, that's what that'll be so fun.
I can't do it. And I've looked up YouTube videos. Yeah. And I follow them step by step and it comes out just looking horrible.
It's a complicated thing.
It's fucking tough. Okay, so
yeah, so I did that. I did do Molly.
But you never saw a life in politics.
No, I never saw a life in politics. I never saw it.
You were close to the hill.
I was close
over there, dude.
No. I never
didn't
saw
want.
it.
Okay, well that's good.
Definitely, that was one of the few things I knew I didn't want to do. I feel like.
Is work in politics. Yeah. Well, that's cool. So you're checking stuff off the list, but
that
you
was
haven't
really
zoned in on anything specific.
I didn't really zone in on anything until psychology, basically.
Okay, so you get to Michigan undecided.
I came into Michigan econ.
Nice.
Actually.
Okay.
And I had some weird. This is, you know what? Honestly, this is gonna make it seem like my dad was kind of right.
Yeah.
Because there is a truth to like I became obsessed. I do become obsessed with certain things. Like I became obsessed with finance during COVID.
Cool.
Like, but what I realized is that I became very obsessed with like the personalities involved and not as much like. So I fell in love with like this guy Bill Ackman, who is a activist hedge fund manager.
Okay.
And I kind of found out like what he does, like what his job is, where basically he's a hedge fund manager, so he invests in public equities, but he buys like really large stakes in the company to the point where he is able to acquire board seats.
Yeah, right.
And then like come inside the company and make changes. Yeah. And then to obviously hope to drive shareholder value. Right. And I found that really interesting. Okay. And I loved the way he talked about things. Sure. And I kind of fell in love with that world. And so I was very convinced that I wanted to be a billionaire hedge fund manager like during COVID senior year of high school.
Okay, you're like, I want to make the most money anybody can make.
Yeah, because I was just really excited by that area. And
have you watched Industry?
No, I haven't. I've seen some clips.
You have to watch
it looks more like just because I've seen how much sex is in it. Yeah. It just makes not that there's a problem with depicting sex. I think it's a good thing to do that when it's needed. But to me, it seems like that's more of a soap backdrop.
I'm
Suits kind of.
Mostly on the. I'm not a prude. You know, I'm not a Puritan, but I'm generally in the camp of like you should really need to have a sex scene for you to put a sex scene in whatever it is. Yeah. And there is a lot of sex and drugs in Industry, but I would say that it's more similar to Succession in style and tone and substance than it is to Suits.
Okay, that's good.
I've seen probably 8 or 9 episodes of Suits, and that is very like it feels like, you know, basic cable, whatever. It's
I was obsessed with it in high school, But like looking back, I'm like, it was pretty soapy.
I mean, I get the appeal of it, and like I was watching it with our roommate Ryan Duggan, and there's like moments where I'm like, all right, sick, cool, I like it, but it's like it just feels, and maybe I'm just spoiled by Succession, which I think is just the highest bar of what TV can be, and obviously it's just got the HBO stamp of like what it looks like and how it feels.
Oh my god!
But I think it's really good, and I think you'd like it, and it's not. It's a good balance of actual like finance stuff, which you'll actually like. I'm like Googling like what all this shit. I was able to understand what you just said about Bill Ackman because I was Googling watching industry.
Yeah, so I think I kind of really fell in love with that world for about a year or 2 years maybe.
Okay.
And I kind of came into college like, this is what I want to do. And I think once I started like looking at the modeling and the specific like day-to-day, specifically what an analyst would do, I was like, wait, I don't like this. And I think big picture, that's kind of when once I fell into film, I kind of realized that it was the perfect place for me because every single thing that I was falling in love with, I was falling in love with the people and like the characters basically involved and like what drives these people, like what drives Bill Ackman what drives Warren Buffett to continue grinding every single day.
Yeah,
he's
right.
29, he's never going to retire. These guys don't retire. And it's like, is it ego or is it like a love for it?
He needs to make money every day.
Yeah. So I just realized that I was more interested then with film, you can kind of, and with directing, you can really like just explore a world to a level of depth that is just like as far as you're willing to go, really. Yeah. Because you need to become an expert on whatever world you're depicting, whatever story you're telling, right?
Yeah, so that's the fun part about writing. That actually is a part of writing that I really did enjoy, was when you got a new idea and you're like, okay, let me learn as much as I can about this world.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's fun.
And it's kind of exactly what my dad described, where it's like I can fall in love with the world and just fully immerse myself in it and create something that hopefully impacts people and then move to the next one.
Yeah. Okay. So but you don't go from finance to film first.
I went to psychology.
Psychology in the middle, which is a fun one to study.
Yeah, that one I knew. That was also like psychology is the other area. That's like what I would have done 100%. Like that's the only other
thing you could picture yourself doing.
Yeah, for sure. Like I had a whole plan through halfway through college, like sophomore year, where I was, planning on getting my PsyD and becoming a clinical psychologist.
That would have been cool.
And I think that, everything that I loved about psychology was I found quickly applied to directing. And that's kind of, so I felt like
probably like kind of most fields you could apply.
Yeah, it's true. I do think it's applicable to basically everything.
Having just an understanding of how your brain works and like different personality types. And that I can see that being very
human nature. Business, obviously, it's huge.
Who's your favorite psychologist?
I don't have a favorite.
No,
I don't. I don't. This is like what I felt. This may sound dumb, but like,
please go ahead.
I switched out of psychology. Like, I think the main reason was that everything that I was curious about within psychology was not found in the classes I was taking. Like, it was found in conversations I was having. Like, if you have a conversation with someone, especially older than me, has had crazier experiences than me, and I'm talking to them about everything that they've gone through and how it's impacted them. And I can also see them today and see how they interact with me and like how everything that they've gone through kind of can impact the way that they are now.
Right.
I realized like those conversations about what makes us who we are, like right when I came into directing and in the room, like talking to actors about story and about performance and the story we're trying to tell, what are we even trying to accomplish here? It was all the conversations I was interested in having.
Perfectly.
And the psych classes, it wasn't like that. It was like they were giving me answers to things. And I'm like, we're asking questions that are really interesting. I don't need an answer for all of them. Yeah. The answer can come from the exploration.
Right, I need to explore this.
Of telling the story. And sometimes you don't even end up with an answer that makes sense because there's certain things we don't understand.
Sometimes shit doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to leave it like that.
Yeah. That's cool. And, no better fucking in real life case study than working with actors in terms of psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. So how do we bridge that into discovering film?
Yeah. I think
you loved movies your whole life.
I liked movies. Like I've looked back on like I had a spreadsheet in high school that I made and I opened it and all it has is, it's like I created the sections and I have 2 directors on it and I have like 3 movies on it. It's like Nolan and Scorsese. Okay. So it's like, I think I really liked movies in growing up, but I didn't like seek them out.
Okay.
And there was really just like a year period, sophomore year of college, where I started just like, I was watching maybe like 10 to 12 movies a month or something like that. And that was like way more than I ever had.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot for me, at least. I know, like sometimes I see people on
you
literally watch a movie every day. I don't know how. I wish I could be doing that.
But that's also crazy. No, a movie every day is
I would love to
too
do that,
much.
Though. Like, I feel like sometimes, it is a lot.
I guess.
Tom Cruise does that, he said.
Yeah, Tom Cruise probably has a lot of free time on his hands, if I had to guess.
But
Tom Cruise doesn't have to do his laundry. You know, dude? He doesn't have to do dishes ever. Yeah. He can watch. He just goes to the Church of Scientology. I mean,
he probably has it. Honestly, he probably has. I feel like anyone successful to that level just has like an extreme level of discipline in their life.
Yeah,
and like routine. True. Like that's the one pattern I always see in anyone that's successful. That like even listening to like the Julian Edelman podcast, right? Like half of what they're talking about with the Patriots and Belichick is like the discipline and routine that they had.
Do your job every day. Yeah. Right. And I'm like, God damn, I really don't have a lot of discipline.
It's hard. I'm
trying to work on it. Yeah. I'm really trying to get better at it. Sorry, I sidetracked myself again. Yeah. Okay, so you like movies.
Yeah, so I think that year kind of in college.
Sophomore year.
Yeah, helped me like
10 to 12 movies a month, right?
Yeah, because then I was really just taking notes on all of these movies. And I was like, and I didn't really understand the kind of language of film, I would say. Like I look back on some of them and like the way I was describing certain shots, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you calling? I obviously then I'm like, okay, I know what you're talking about. But that year really like helped me kind of cement this fascination with the storytelling abilities, I think, of filmmaking. Yeah. And like the way obviously those films were moving me, but like the tools you can use within filmmaking to tell a story. And so I had all these notes and these like kind of references and ideas of how to do things that I was fascinated by. And I was like, I don't even know why. Yeah. Like I was like kind of thinking about double majoring in film and psych. And then I took 290 and then I kind of didn't. And then I kind of...
That was online?
That was not.
That was not.
That was in person.
Okay, nice.
And then like a year went by and I didn't take another film class. And like it was literally fall of my junior year. And I was like talking to my mom. I was like, I want to explore directing, but I'm just like really scared to. And so
what did the parents say to that?
She really was pushing me. She's the reason that I took 300 that winter, which is like what really changed the trajectory of everything that I wanted to do.
Okay.
Because I was just really scared because I felt like I was halfway through college. Like I've bounced around majors. I'm like, if I go into this production class and I want to direct too, like I don't, these people are going to know way more than me. Yeah. And so she kind of got me over that hump and got me to take it. And that's like where my life kind of changed really.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, just in terms of what I was doing.
So you make a short film in 300.
Yeah. I mean, we made 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about those.
So I met Austin and Chloe in that class.
Awesome.
And so that's really like what changed everything in terms of like they've become two of the most important.
Austin Meidel Skiff and Chloe Pfeiffer.
Yeah, baby. Shout out to the goats.
So you meet them in 300.
Yes.
And tell me about these films. Are they available to watch? Are these something you're still proud of? I linked one in your form.
Oh no, I did not. I did not link one of those in your form.
Oh, no, you did. You did talk about a couple in the more form,
recent ones
in the official guest.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on films, it's always, I feel like, especially with student films, and I think Chloe, Austin, and I all feel this way about the stuff we've made, where like in the moment when you're making it, I think you're so immersed in it, and it's really the furthest you've gone as a filmmaker. Like you're pushing your boundaries, so you think that what you're doing is great, you know?
Yes.
Because like, why else are you there? You know?
Right.
We're here to make the best thing we can make.
Yes, we're artists,
and that was
I watched shit that I made in college.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
But I think like one of the reasons I think we were drawn to each other is because we were all very quickly aligned on we want to make the best thing we can possibly make.
Nice.
And I don't think that that's always the mentality in some of these projects that I was seeing, and that frustrated me. And I met them, and they were like highly, highly motivated and highly talented. And
what would you say was the mentality the opposing mentality to that you would see? Just people that are just there to fucking cross off boxes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, people say that like making a film is really hard. Yeah. Right, and it is. But I also think that it can be incredibly easy if you want it to be.
Most of it is showing up in attitude. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if you want to like, making a film is making choices.
Yeah.
Right? And like you can easily walk in, you can not do rehearsals, you can just pull up to a set and not set design it, and you can barely talk, have the actors, you know, they know their lines maybe, and you do 2 overs.
Turn on some overhead lights.
Yeah, turn on the light. Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, everybody's done that.
Not like the high production value in the West Coast Hunter Davidson Radio Hour studios.
Yeah, this is how. Yeah, exactly. This is how you do it. But yeah, so I just think that it can be easy, and if you want to pass classes, especially in an open major.
Right.
We didn't have a film school.
Right.
So I think it was all about the people, because there are certain people you meet that are like highly motivated, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse Krugel was one of them.
Sure.
Will Shahab is one of them, right? It's like both of those. That's, I like living with people who are highly motivated. It's nice.
We should say you are the third roommate of that triumvirate.
I'm the maybe the less less well-known.
Long-time listeners will know Jesse Krugel.
No, I'm
just because he's been on the show.
Yeah, but every time I meet someone FTVM, Jesse's
they're like,
they're like, do you know this person? He's like, you don't. Shaun doesn't know it. So
Jesse knows fucking everybody.
But Jesse knows everyone.
Yeah, he's just always around showing face.
I made a comment about him actually on an MAG. I did do an MAG film.
Nice.
And so I met some people through that, and that was fun. But I said something on set. I said like, I think that he's the king of FTVM. I said something along the lines of him being a king of FTVM.
Nice.
And he said like, now he's told me that he like heard about that, like when he didn't even know who I was, and he's like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
It's so funny that was like, because Jesse's always been like such a great guy to be around. Just he's positive, and just like funny and just awesome. But it's like these guys were the ones that started like fuck you Jesse Krugel. Do you know about that?
I didn't know they started it. I love it.
So that started when they were doing their first season of I Need to Be Held sketches. They ended their screening. It was like the MAG screening ended with a like title card sequence. That was like a bunch of jokes, and the last one just said "fuck you, Jesse Krugel," and it was like awesome and hilarious. And then for like the next 2 years, like the whole like obviously everybody loves Jesse because how can you not? But then the whole thing just became like, dude, fuck you, like just shitting on him at any point that I could, kind of take a in good spirits dig at him, and to see it like I don't know, just like and just for like we left, and then it's like. King of FTVM is not. I would have never said that about Jesse. He might be, but I would have never said it.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to me about EUDA.
Yeah.
So this is you, Chloe, and Austin, the dream team, the triumvirate, the triple threat, the terrific trio. And I'm sorry to dump all of this.
No, well, we were called. I mean, Robert Rare called us what do you call it?
What
is Robert? Is he gonna see? He called us something. Like he was talking shit about us, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, a click.
He's a jerk.
He called us a click.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, if film school is not for meeting the people you want to work with moving forward, then like I don't really know what it is. So
that guy's got a lot of ideas that are.
Yeah. Anyways.
So you guys make this. When did you start this?
We started. I mean, so it was kind of like a natural progression. Because we had been working together so much. And Austin had been doing sort of a lot of freelance videography in the commercial space, and so I kind of came to him and was like, "What if we start working together and do kind of a little bit deeper, like larger size projects, more narrative focused projects together, like for brands? Like you're already shooting."
Yes, right.
So
and that is the future
DP,
of
producer, like
content right now.
Right, and it's like I mean, obviously, it's like it's not anything unique, but it's just like. This is something that a team that works that we want to continue doing and move into the commercial space. Because I was thinking like, okay, I was at a point where I was like, I know I want to do this, so I need to find a way to make money.
Yes.
Also,
how do we
obviously,
monetize
like
this
to
shit?
sort of this like, if I'm trying to push into developing a skill set, then I should figure out is there a way to like because especially when you look at directing, like you can look at the big feature filmmakers, like I realized you don't have to be Christopher Nolan to be a successful director.
There's only one Christopher Nolan.
Commercial directors that are like making ends meet.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So
and the three of you guys in a group, it's like, oh shit, we actually
have like a bit of a infrastructure.
Yes, you have a structure. You've done it before. You know the steps to do it.
Page
you click together, and you have like the talent to actually like we can make money off of this.
That was the idea. Yeah.
Don't be humble with me, Shaun.
No, that was the idea.
Don't be humble with me. So how's it been? How's it going?
Good. It's been super fun. Like so, we started doing.
What kind of shit are you making? Yeah.
So we were doing quite a bit of stuff for University of Michigan.
Sick.
Like to start because that was kind of like obviously they're a behemoth of a client.
Yes.
We there's still so much work that we could do for them.
Right.
Like they
and the war chest there.
For sure.
Like
they have so many resources and like when you meet the right people that are leading departments that want to put money towards telling stories, then.
Okay, and so because I know Austin. Yeah, sorry.
University of Michigan Athletics for a video, which was really fun. It was like basically like a mini doc, with a sort of partnership with like a mental health program at Michigan, and they're highlighting like specific individual athletes' stories and their relationship to mental health, and that was really fun to sort of explore like the documentary space also. And so that was what we kind of started with. And then we worked with a wealth management firm to do like a larger picture, kind of like all their sort of media. And then we're working with a clothing brand based out of LA called Pythia. Shout out Pythia.
Shout out Pythia. Go buy some Pythia
clothes. They're dope.
Yeah,
they're awesome brand.
They give you guys a promo code or anything?
Promo code? No, I don't think I have a promo code. Maybe down the line. But yeah, so a lot of different sort of spaces. And then we're working in music a little bit too, which is really exciting.
What kind of musicians are you working with?
So we're working with a kid named Nick Aiello, who actually goes to Michigan.
Okay.
He's a musical theater major.
Nice.
And we worked with him on a short film. And I think all three of us, I mean, I really felt like, you know, this guy is...
He's got something.
He's really talented, you know, and I think we all felt that way. Chloe had seen him on actually Mucho Macho, I think, for a second. He was in the scene of Mucho Macho.
I don't know what Mucho Macho is.
Oh, dude, that was... If you were still at Michigan, you would 100% know that. Sure that was like... That was everybody knew about this.
It was the Hot Project?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Uli and Izzy.
From Uli and Izzy.
Yeah. They were making films together. What?
Who's Uli?
Uli is
Otero?
Is acting. Yeah, Otero.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah.
He's Who's Izzy?
Izzy Soden. Film.
Oh yeah. She's also in I imagine.
So they were making films
Inside
together.
baseball.
They were making films together. Yeah, but in the winter, that was one of them. He was just like, even from you could just tell that kind of he has a presence to him, and you know, and that really translated into our film. And he was so committed to character. Like, that's what I saw. I saw a work ethic, and I saw like a passion and drive to like do everything he could to be the best version of this character and tell this story in the best way possible. And then it all translated to the screen. And so I was like, oh shit. And then like we kind of figured out that he like wants to move into music.
Nice. So what kind of music does he make? He's
like
kind of like indie.
Yeah, he's pretty indie rock inspired. I would say. Like, we actually, when I first met with him about character for the film that we were making, like at the end we kind of ended up talking about music for a long time.
Okay.
And we were talking about like Flip Turn, if you know that.
Don't know
indie
Flip
band,
Turn.
like Backseat Lovers, like this.
Okay, I know Backseat Lovers. Like, are they from Ann Arbor?
No.
Backseat Lovers? No.
I don't think so. No, they're not from Ann Arbor. I feel like I would know that.
I feel like
they may be from Michigan.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, he likes a lot of indie rock. He likes Dominic Fike too. He likes Ryan Beatty a lot. And so he started sending me some like acoustic tracks, and I was really like, I think he's really great.
He's got
so
some
we're working with him. He has a show next week in Ann Arbor.
In A2.
He does. Yeah, that we're putting.
You gonna fly back?
Yeah, trying to.
Nice.
Yeah. We're putting it on for him. I'm really excited.
Where's he playing?
He's playing at a house, empty house.
Nice.
Like that throws parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so try to get all his friends out there. Just kind of his first kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
get the cops to show up.
Fall.
Dude, film it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll shoot it. And then we have Ozzy, who's actually a huge part of EUDA in a way, in terms of he's a composer that
nice.
I worked with on all of our films, and he's also a music producer. I'm in a band. He's in PAT program, and he's like running all the production on that show. And his band is playing on it.
I like that.
It's exciting.
Oh man, that sounds awesome, dude. If you're in Ann Arbor listening to this, go fucking to that show.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what's the date of it exactly?
I think the 25th.
This should be out by
Friday,
then.
Next Friday.
This should be out by then.
What's that? Yeah, 25th.
There you go, October 25th. There's a nice little plug on the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into some segments. How does that sound?
Absolutely, 100%.
We'll end the show on some segments. The final segment of the day, we have a new segment.
Okay.
And I'm thinking this could potentially be a recurring segment. We're gonna see how it goes here.
Okay.
I put well, I don't want to say a lot of work, but I did make a new sound effect for it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's time to debut Hot Takes.
Okay. Oh God.
Hot Takes.
I like
this
that.
is the graphic I made. I'll show it to the people at home as well. Basically, I'm thinking like, you know, everyone's got a goddamn podcast these days, you know? And it's it's like how do you get ahead in this oversaturated?
You're like,
field?
I've had one for 2 years, guys. I'm ahead of the game, man. Come on.
And you know, I've been around this game a long time. I've been around the pod game a long time, and look, I know what it is. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am as a podcaster, and I also know the landscape is it's all about takes out there. Who's got the hottest take? Who's got the newest take?
Is that what it's about?
Dude, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, these guys, 100%. Like the ESPN dudes. Dude, after listening
it's all
to...
takes.
Yeah, but after listening to, like... Now that Bill Belichick has opened up his world of mind, he's I'm like, is this guy just, like, basically saying... I'm gonna die at some point, so I might as well just share all the wisdom I
think
have
that's what's
in
happening.
open conversations with Matt Patricia about everything that's happening, and then go on the Pat McAfee show, and then go on fucking, and it's like,
awesome.
Yeah, and so when I listen to them talk about football, and then I go and turn on Stephen A. Smith, it's like I cannot listen.
This is not sport. This is not. We've gone completely away from sports commentary. We've gone completely away from honestly like news coverage. It's all takes. Who's got a new take?
I agree.
And we don't really have many takes on this show.
Okay.
And I want to remedy that.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have any hot takes. If you don't, that's fine. I've prepared 6, and you can kind of read some of them, and if you like, pass them off as your own, or you can just say these are simply the views of the show.
Let's do that. But I think the only hot take I can think of,
please,
on the spot
start it off with a.
I've been told that me thinking Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man is a hot take. And I think it's a preposterous.
I don't know if. Oh, you know what I have to do next time I do this segment is get like an ice cold sound effect too.
Yeah. If you disagree,
yeah, right. No, I think I agree with. I actually think like Tom Holland as like kid Spider-Man is good. Tobey Maguire was the first Spider-Man I saw, probably you saw. It was like kind of the nostalgia basis, but I do agree that like the Andrew Garfield one I think resonates the most with me. But I don't think he should be playing a high school student.
That's fair, but it got the most negative. Like it's considered the worst. Well, and the movies are considered the worst.
Movies. Like, I mean, actually, I rewatched the first Amazing Spider-Man kind of recently.
Bad.
It's a pretty good movie.
I'm like, dude, like I understand like people shitting on certain superhero movies, but you're comparing it to other Spider-Mans. These other Spider-Mans are not profound or something, and then his is like bad.
Right,
his is poorly written. Yeah, what are we talking about? And it's Emma Stone. Right? Are you kidding me?
She's great in that movie,
dude. That like performances. Yeah, I'm like, it's not even. I mean, the other films are not even trying to be as grounded as this.
I mean, like it's
No
Way
tone.
Home has.
It's a different tone.
We feel completely out of it.
But it has. I mean, No Way. Far From Home. I mean, they still have their moments.
I love the
they're
new
both
ones.
so good.
I do love them.
They are. All 3 were good.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 had some problems, but
he was the best.
I agree.
Spider-Man. In terms of actor.
I like that. We're gonna consider that a hot take. All right, it's time for hot take. Hunter Davidson Radio Hour hot take number 1. You should be able to eat Tide Pods. I'll say that again. You should be able to eat Tide Pods.
Wait, meaning like, is it illegal?
It's not illegal, but everyone made a big fuss when everyone was eating Tide.
You should not.
Well, you think that because there's chemicals in it that are bad, but they look so good to eat.
Because it's squishy?
That they like squish, and something about like the just the colors and the way it is, like you don't want to eat it.
No, hell. Well, okay, I like feeling it.
Yes,
because the texture is.
Imagine if there wasn't chemicals in it. They should make a Tide Pod.
Just
snack.
Eat some Jello, bro.
God, so you're not agreeing with that hot take?
Agree with that.
Wow. Well, that's the official stance of the show, so I'm sorry. We'll move on, though. Because
people died.
I thought you'd be on board
Did
with that.
People not die from that?
I think a few were severely hospitalized, but that's why I'm saying, and I get it. If people are hospitalized, nobody eat Tide Pods. I get it. But you should be able to.
Like illegally?
Like legally,
because you are.
You should be able to do it and not have like the Associated Press write a story about it.
Okay, so leave me alone.
We'll move on.
Let me eat my Tide Pod.
Time for hot take number 2. Mr. Bean should get more work, dude. Have you seen
I love
the Mr. Bean? Dude, those movies are awesome.
Dude, Rowan Atkinson is one of the most talented individuals.
God, he's the best. And I think he got knighted, so Sir Rowan Atkinson.
Sorry, Sir Rowan Atkinson. He also has like a master's degree in electrical engineering from like Oxford or something.
And so I don't know if he doesn't want to do the character anymore or if
come back, boy.
Like I just feel like we should be seeing Mr. Bean more.
Have you seen Blackadder?
No, but I think Justin was like, you need to watch Blackadder.
Dude.
Yeah.
I say Blackadder because my dad is from London. So.
Yes, right. Yeah. That's sick.
So he showed me Mr. Bean.
Blackadder?
Yeah. Blackadder.
So you agree with this hot take?
I do. I mean, he's a great. Like, I would love to be around and work with him.
God, wouldn't that be something?
Like, I bet people do dumb shit.
I bet he's a joy on set.
People do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying the character should get more work, like jobs, or are you saying like Rowan Atkinson should be working more?
You know,
I'm talking about the character because that's what you wrote. Man.
You're right, Mr. Bean. Because
he gets fired a lot.
He's like, you're right. You're totally right.
Fucks up all the time.
He should be getting hired more places. That's awesome. No, that's awesome and 100% correct. But I also I want to see him more. I feel like I don't see him enough.
Yeah. I don't know. He was in Johnny something. He did like this, like
Johnny's,
like a basically like a. Not like a James Bond, but basically
right.
Like
oh no, I know what you're talking about. It's like Johnny English, right? Johnny English, yeah.
So that was a long time ago, but that was
yeah, and it's like, dude, Austin Powers did it. You know, was that pre-Austin Powers? No way.
Johnny
English, no way.
After.
And it's like, why would you try to do a James Bond parody after Austin Powers?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
exactly. That's just a good point, actually.
All right, time for hot take number 3. I really don't know how you're gonna feel about this one.
Okay.
Mr. Beast should start an OnlyFans. Now, he's basically, to me, the opposite of Mr. Bean, where I'm freaking tired of seeing this guy. I get he does cool stuff. He donates money. I get it. But, like, frankly, you can't ask Mr. Beast to step away from the limelight entirely, you know? He wants to make content. Clearly, he likes making content. Clearly, he likes making money. I think the best thing for me and Mr. Beast is if he starts an OnlyFans.
So that, like, you don't have to see his
then his content's behind a paywall.
Okay.
And he can still keep doing what he loves and making a lot of money, because I'm sure everyone will buy a Mr. Beast OnlyFans. Are you kidding me? That would break the internet. And, I see a little less of him. Win-win. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, I have not ever really come across much of his stuff. Like,
really?
I'm aware that he is insanely famous.
Yes.
But I literally never see his shit.
Somebody told me a fact, and I didn't bother to fact check it. I'm gonna pass it off as true, and I don't remember who told me it either, so I can't cite a source.
Like Seth Meyers.
Yeah, right. But this is something that I heard from somebody. A peer-reviewed study showed that upward. Oh, I'm gonna use this figure multiple times. Upwards of 60%, or of the demographic of 13 to 29 or something. Like, their role model is Mr. Beast.
What?
I can't verify that.
Wow. Okay.
Somebody can leave a comment if it's
true. He's a good dude, right?
He seems to be. I personally don't put much credence to it. But yeah, that's gonna sort of come up later. We'll move on to hot take number 4. Honestly,
the association with OnlyFans, he can't, because the 13, you can't be 18.
Right.
So that's
true. Maybe
this
is
actually
yeah,
something else behind the paywall.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Hold off on the OnlyFans for now until your current core audience sort of ages into.
But then he's gonna take over in the next generation.
He might be president one day.
That would be interesting.
Hot take number 4 coming at you. Guys, professional baseball is great to go to. It's great to attend, but it's so damn expensive. My belief is that the price of an MLB ticket should include some sort of, all-inclusive package, some voucher system where you get a beer and a hot dog for the price of just for buying a ticket in the door, or an equivalent concession voucher of that sort. And I know the MLB is going to come at me for this one because it's all about the bottom dollar. But I'm really, Rob Manfred is in hot water all the time. I really think he's the commissioner of the Major League Baseball. The Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And I just really think if he I don't know if he would want to listen to our show or make us sort of the official podcast of Major League Baseball. That's probably too much to ask for out of the gate. But if he at least had someone like me in his ear, he's it feels like he's trying to push a new generation of fans away from the league to protect old money. What are your
thoughts on that? That's a loaded question, but that I don't know much about the MLB. But I will say, from a podcast standpoint, I think a pitch of someone who knows a ton about baseball and someone who knows nothing.
That's kind of
official
fun,
MLB
right?
podcast
Yeah,
would be great.
Explaining baseball to newcomers.
As someone who's super curious and slowly learning the nuances.
Yeah.
Because like you come into a sport understanding like the basics, and you're like, people are like, you don't appreciate the nuances unless you play.
Right.
And so
I'm like, well,
so like the closest you can get to playing
is
is like watching a ton and knowing it so deeply that you know every nuance. So that should be our pitch to him for the podcast. But on the ticket side, I mean, how can we justify that when some MLB tickets are like $2 now?
Well, that's fair.
You know, like that's awesome. Like you're saying it's super expensive. I feel like overall as a sporting experience, it's like not even comparable to like we're trying to go to the Commanders Titans game Thanksgiving weekend Sunday.
Yeah,
and
get in the door price is a little stiff
ticket
on the
minimum.
NFL.
So
maybe
I'll buy a $2 baseball ticket and buy
for
a hot dog and a beer.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe there's some kind of ceiling.
I think
or
at
floor.
NBA, like that should be an NBA.
An NBA rule,
because those tickets. Actually, I mean,
shitty. Like a bucket of popcorn. There should be some kind of free food that you can bring to your seat. How about that?
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the MLB teams like just like losing a lot of money? Or are they doing? Well, the playoffs are big, right?
The playoffs are. I don't know. I think they must be making money hand over fist.
I just don't know why the ticket prices are so cheap, bro. Like,
yeah, but that's for like a shit team in the middle of July. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you try to go to any Dodgers game, it's a little tough, and obviously, I mean, all right, whatever. We'll move on. Do you want to read this next one?
Yeah, sure. They should teach breakdancing. Oh, should I wait for that? They should
go ahead.
They should teach breakdancing in elementary schools.
We're going back 100%. To these crazy studies.
You have a study?
There's a study that upwards of 60% of kids under the age of 18, their most desired profession, what they want to be when they grow up, is influencer. How do you feel about that?
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. And listen.
Okay.
Listen, obviously, I'm saying that in a chiding way as someone that's sitting here on a podcast. You know, so I don't have much high ground to talk from. But here's what I will say.
Sorry, I just got a text from my mom said, I really have a dream of producing a beautiful film.
That's awesome.
Like,
are you gonna say?
Goal,
move to Hollywood, Mom. Yeah, let's fucking do this thing. That's really cool.
Sorry.
No, do not apologize. That was the best news you could have ever interrupted this for. But what I was saying, these kids have a dream to be influencers. Fine. Who am I going to tell these kids not to follow their dreams? I can't do that. But if they're all going to be fucking TikTokers, like some of these TikTok dances, and I don't use TikTok. I use Instagram Reels. Okay. So I'm seeing dances 3 months later sometimes when they pop up. Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot of people that can't fucking dance. And if these kids want to be, influencers, if they want to have what it takes, I think we should be, because I like a nice break dance. I like seeing a good dance. Let's get these kids in kindergarten. Let's
get them skilled.
First grade, second grade. Let's get them fucking if they're learning how to play the goddamn recorder. Let's have a breakdancing class. Mandatory. Not an elective.
that's gym class. Gym. Just make it. You can make it. But
a breakdancing section. And continue.
Yeah. You can start with that. Yeah. But I agree with this, and I think that this leads to basically just you need to create more opportunities for students to like learn skills that they are passionate about.
Right.
Like regardless of what it is. Yeah. Like even if it's as niche as that.
Yeah.
Like any sort of art form or thing.
Yeah.
Like that. But it's just hard to fund that.
Right.
So maybe they should just do breakdancing.
I think breakdancing is a good start. And let's cut some STEM for a change, huh, guys? Am I fucking right? That's the crowd likes that.
STEM?
Science, technology.
Oh, cut some STEM.
Yeah, cut some STEM.
I thought you were referencing what you were about to do.
No.
Like let's cut some STEM.
Yeah, no, that would be sick.
But that's your reaction to
that's the crowd loves
applaud
that.
again.
Yeah.
Let's cut. No, actually no.
Cut STEM.
Cut STEM
from the arts.
Cut STEM from the people who are clearly not gonna thrive very much in that area. You know?
They didn't like that. They didn't like what you said.
Who? STEM?
The crowd. Yeah, it's a STEM-heavy crowd, actually.
Yeah. No, I mean, for the people who can't do it, just save them the pain.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Get them to do something else.
Like,
all right, I think this is the last hot take of the show.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck was that? That would be awesome if that was a plan. It was like The Undertaker. No, it just wasn't working. Oh, no, that was the...
Yeah.
I thought I had 6 hot takes.
No worries.
That was, the breakdancing. That was the grand last hot take. What did you think about that as a segment? Could you see that sort of being sort of a regular staple of the show?
100%.
You think we got any viral clips out of there?
Out of that one, maybe not. I
Any
don't know.
Stephen A. type clips? Maybe your mom texting you about producing a beautiful film could be a clip. That was nice.
I don't know if there was a viral clip in this one, but I definitely think this is a great...
It's good.
It's because...
It's an engine for virality.
Yeah, exactly. For interesting comments. And you're all...
It's an engine. It's an engine.
For growth.
And that's what it's all about, finding an engine. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
And after 2 years in this game, Hunter Davidson has found
my
his
engine, the hot take machine. And I can't, I can't wait for the audience to see the sick graphic. And how about the sound effect? Did you like it?
Can you do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. The laugh.
Yeah, so what it is it's a flamethrower sound effect, and then it's fire siren sound effect, and then it's evil skeleton laugh, chopped and slowed down.
Nice, that's awesome.
So it's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I like that. I do. That's a great segment.
I think it might make some return appearances in the next few weeks.
You should make it a regular.
I think it might have to be.
It's a great way to finish the show.
We're trying to find new segments. Yeah, it is a fun way to go out on. Yeah. It gives the people a lot to think about.
It does.
We've been recording for an hour and a half. We'll see. The camera seems to still be rolling. We'll see how much video we have.
Yeah.
We'll see. We've definitely got an hour in there somewhere. We had to stop a few times.
It's a radio hour, so
it doesn't have to be an hour, but it's like I try to keep it at that. You know. It's asking. I feel like I'm asking a lot for people to tune in general.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting people to be interested in what I had to say.
But they are. So the people are though. Yeah, but an hour and a half.
But I do. I mean, that's great. That's great. You got good fans.
Yeah.
I'm like that's.
And we covered a lot of bases. So, and I like having something in there for everybody, which I know is a bad. You're supposed to find your niche and do one thing really well, but that's not me.
What would you do if you?
If I could talk about anything, if money wasn't an issue, I'd probably just talk about basketball all day. Yeah, basketball and football.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would do that. That would be so fun.
Yeah, I know. One day when there's more clout,
when you can be Julian Edelman and just So in the meantime, I'll just spend my time listening to them.
Yes, I need to meet a professional athlete and be like their fucking white nerd on the show. You know?
Dude, you would be
like every show.
Dude, I actually think that you'd be great.
I know. Like, someone just needs to introduce me to.
Have you thought about that before?
No.
You should definitely, like, you're talking about the Pat McAfee boys and the Julian Edelman boys.
And like
you're Jamie, basically.
Roan. Yeah, I'm Jamie. Like Roan on the Pat Beverly show, and who's the other one?
Dude, have you watched
JJ Redick had a white guy?
Have you watched specifically? Yeah. They are they look like you.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
They sound like me.
And they say
they do the same shit, yeah.
And they know a lot about sports. Have you seen the Ryan Clark show?
Yeah. He's crazy.
Dude, I watch those and I get so uncomfortable. Yeah. And I'm like, they're interrogating.
Wild. Yeah. And Ryan Clark's like, must have lost a fair amount of brain power. I was watching some Ryan Clark highlights the other day.
Because he was safety,
Yeah, and he was fucking.
Yeah. My mom had
lax targeting rulings then.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to wrap this up though.
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to be the outro of the show. Thank you for joining. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Hey man, I'm trying to do an outro here, dude.
Anything to say?
Kidding with you. Yeah, do you guys want to say anything?
Okay, there's shot.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They had a lot to say earlier.
Yeah. They have a lot to say every time I see them, but you put a mic in front of them and there's nothing. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Please we'll see you soon, and bye.